Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here then hi, my name's Jade and I am a mum of one to my little boy Harrison, who is 12 months in like 3 weeks time or something like that. So today's video I'm filming a Q&A video for you all. I thought I've not done one in a while and I do know that I get asked quite a lot of questions on Instagram, and I know that they have the new stickery thing on there where you can answer questions, but I thought that I would answer your questions on here on a YouTube video, just for anyone who doesn't follow me on Instagram, and you know, you can get a bit of insight to a little bit more about me and get to know me a bit better, I suppose. So yeah, let's just get straight into the questions and see what everyone has been asking me. So someone asks, how much do you weigh? Okay, well, I'm not going to not tell you how much because I'm not really fussed, like I'm not really bothered, but I have not actually weighed myself in, I don't know, about a couple of weeks or something, just because I'm trying not to weigh myself too much. But I know that the last time I weighed myself I was around, I want to say 13 stone 4 or something like that. I think I was around 14 stone just before I had Harrison. And then I got to, I think my lowest weight that I've got to since I've had him was around 12 stone, 12, 13, something like that. So I've not put too much weight on and I've not lost loads either. So I'm just kind of differing from the same few pounds up and down kind of thing. Just kind of maintaining really. I feel I've been maintaining for like nearly a year. So yeah, I'm quite happy with where I am at the minute. Obviously I'm never going to completely love my body and I always want to change it and I always want to lose a bit of weight, but for now I'm just happy and content with my body and I don't mind being the size I am. For me it's not about the number on the tag, it's just about looking and feeling good, and I'm feeling good at the minute, so yeah. Next question, what age did you get Harrison into a routine? So Harrison's routine is not strict, like we never go by the rules, we don't always follow it every night. He just kind of got himself into a routine. I just started to, how old was it? I think he was around 4 or 5 months, was it? Something like that. And I just started trying to put him down every day at the same time and then give him his, obviously, his bottles like every 3 to 4 hours or whatever it was. But I think obviously routines change a lot of the time, especially if you start trying to get them into a routine before the 6 months, because it's going to change when they start weaning, because obviously you've got to now fit in lunch, dinner and tea and all that, lunch, tea, dinner, whatever you call it. And obviously they're having less bottles and then less naps and stuff, so routines change a lot of the time. But we started getting him into routine, I'm gonna say about 5 months, 4 or 5 months, something like that. So like now he will go down every day at about 9, 10 for a nap, after he has a bottle, and he has his breakfast at like 7, and then he'll wake up and he'll have his lunch around 12, 1, half 1, and then he goes down for like a little nap at like 3 for about an hour or so. And he's always been fine with that. He's always been fine with going down for a nap at that quite late in the afternoon, and then he'll get up and have his lunch, his dinner, and we'll give him his dinner at like 5, then he'll have a bath, and then he goes to bed at 8. And yeah, that's been pretty much his routine. That routine that we're doing now has been pretty much his routine since he was 6 months, but before that his routine obviously was like different because he wasn't eating as much food, he was having more bottles and sleeping more. Obviously he doesn't sleep that much anymore because he's getting older. But yeah, and as I say, we're not strict with it. Like if you know, if we go out for the day or something and he's not napped, then he might go down to bed earlier, or if he is being, you know, because he's been cranky and stuff, or if he like we've been out to a party late night for instance, and we don't get home till like 10, 11 o'clock at night, then he obviously will have a late night, but that very rarely happens. But yeah, so obviously routines change. I think routines change, and there's no point in my eyes, there's no point in kind of sticking to it strictly, because for us, we're quite lucky it's never affected him. He'll always go down at 8 o'clock regardless of how long he's slept in the day, how many naps he's had, and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I do think obviously routine is very good. It's good to get them into a routine and getting them used to going to sleep on their own and things like that. They are good, but we're not always strict with them. So next question is, last argument you had with someone and why? Well, I don't really, I'm going to say don't speak to my friends, but I do obviously speak to my friends, and I do speak to my family and things, but I don't really have arguments with them because I'm not speaking to them much, if you know what I mean. I don't speak to them every day for me to have arguments with them. So obviously the person that I'm going to argue with mostly is James. And it's not really just like full-on blown arguments, it's just more like disagreements and stuff, and we just bicker a lot. It can be about all sorts of things. I think when you become a mum and dad, it's quite, you know, it can be quite stressful, especially if, you know, I'm looking after Harrison all day and he's working all day, and then obviously, like, you know, you're both tired and you're getting on top of each other's feet all the time, and you just bicker and you argue and just stuff like that. But yeah, James is obviously the last person I argued with. I can't remember why. I got asked this actually in my last Q&A. It would probably be something to do with being tired and he can't be bothered to do something. I don't know. Tidy something up. I'm always telling him to go and tidy something up, or, you know, can you go and take the bins out please, or clean up after yourself, something like that. Or when he's been to the toilet and he doesn't change the toilet roll and he just put the new one on top of the old tube, that really annoys me. Probably something like that. I'm always moaning at him. Next question is, the thing you hate most about being a mum. Well, there's nothing I really hate, because hate's like a strong word. I don't hate anything about being a mum. I love everything about being a mum, but there's things that I find difficult, like hard. So I would definitely say those days when you're just feeling really low, and like, well, for me personally, when I'm feeling really low in myself and Harrison's just on one and he's like at 100, not like here, he's like up here when he's just, you know, just not like necessarily being naughty, but he's just like really high rate and very energetic, and you're just like so tired because you've barely got any sleep, because maybe they've been waking up a few times in the night, or, you know, teething is a really big one. That's something that is quite difficult to deal with sometimes, when they're just, you know, not very well, and it's not their fault, but it's very hard. And those moments where you just want to just sit down and you just want to be left alone, and it's hard because obviously you can't be left alone because you've got a baby to look after, and now he's like crawling and he's probably going to be walking soon, so I'm just constantly chasing after him, and it's always go 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 go. There's no like time to just sit and stop, which obviously, you know, every mum expects that, and every person knows that before they have a baby. But yeah, it's definitely, some days are really hard, and there's nothing I hate about being a mum. I don't hate anything about being a mum. I absolutely love being a mum. It's the best thing ever. So next question is, how many kids do you want? James always said that he only wants 2 children, and I've always said I want 3 or 4. But yeah, I want like 3 or 4. But James won't let me. He said 2 is the maximum. But I've always wanted loads. I don't know why. I think maybe because my mum's had 3 children and I'm from like a big family. Like my mum is a child of 5. I had to count there and I had to think, yeah, she's got 3 sisters and a brother. She is a child of 5. She's one of 5. So, you know, I'm from a big family, and like all my aunties, they've got like quite a few children, like maybe 3 or 4 or whatever. So yeah, I think just because I'm from a big family, I want a big family of my own. So yeah, I want 3 or 4, but James only wants 2. I'm just gonna have to try and twist his arm on that one. So the next question is, how do you keep your relationship exciting rather than just being mum and dad? Definitely, I think I've covered this a couple of times before, but definitely just trying to make time for like you two. And now, not that me and James ever get to make time for us. in terms of like going out and date nights and stuff, because it's just really hard with like my parents and his parents, because his parents work. Obviously my mum and dad don't work because my mum's like in a wheelchair and stuff, so it's hard for us to get time to go out, because as I say, his mum and dad work, so they're not like got set days, and if it's a weekend, James' mum preferably mainly works weekends, and my mum and dad live in Manchester, so it's difficult, you know, for us to keep going up and down there all the time. It's just a bit like, you know, it just gets to me a little bit, because I would love to go on more date nights, and I know I've got loads of friends who go out quite a lot at weekends and their babies go to their grandparents, and yeah, it's a bit rubbish because I would love that, but at the same time, we still do things, like obviously when Harrison goes to bed, we just sit down and watch TV together. As much as I would like to go to bed and sleep at like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, I always just say to myself, you know, those couple of hours before we get in bed, let's just make time for us. We'll just chill out, like, you know, like we've not got a child like we used to back in the day before Harrison was born, where we would just sit there and watch TV together and snuggle and just do things that we enjoy like that, and watch our favourite films and eat our favourite food and order Domino's and things, just, you know, just being together and making time. So definitely always make time for one another, where it's going out on date nights. Like yesterday, was it, me and James, we went to do the food shop, and we'd been at James's mum's for like most of the day. We had like roast dinner there, so we left Harrison with James's mum, and we went and did the Aldi food shop together, which obviously we used to do before we had Harrison. But with Harrison, it takes longer. I don't know why, because he doesn't do anything. Nice to just go on your own together, to just do things that you used to do, like the Aldi food shop. So yeah, we went on our own, we did it together, and it was nice for that hour or two that we spent together, just going shopping. That's what I definitely think it keeps the relationship exciting, and we've got a nice weekend planned coming up, so that'll be nice. I know we are taking Harrison with us, but it'll still be nice nevertheless for us both to just have some time together, because when Harrison goes to bed, we're getting in that hot tub and we're having mummy and daddy time to just chill and just be us. And I think that's what you need to do. That's to help keep it exciting, and just going out on date nights and just doing the things that you used to love doing, because just because your mum and dad doesn't mean that your relationship has to change, and that's my opinion. So someone else asks, oh, what's your favourite chocolate? Good question. I don't really know. I like all chocolate. I think it's probably would be a toss between Dairy Milk or a Galaxy. I know that's pretty boring, but yeah, I do like Dairy Milk Oreo, and I have to say I do like the Lindt chocolate. Yeah, I'm gonna say Dairy Milk, because if I'm going in a shop, thinking about it this way, if I'm going in the shop and I'm picking up a chocolate bar, what would I go for? And 9 times out of 10 I'd probably go for Dairy Milk. So yeah, I'm gonna say Dairy Milk. Next question: Have you started trying for baby number 2 yet? Well, I know we've always said that we were going to start trying for baby number 2 when Harrison turned 1, which is next month. So really the answer to your question should be yes, we have started trying, because that's what we said we were going to do. We've actually not, and that's purely because of me just being recently diagnosed with postnatal depression, and because I'm on medication. Obviously if I have to get pregnant now, I don't know, it would obviously affect me taking my medication. I don't want to be taking medication while I'm pregnant, so we're just gonna have to put it on hold for a bit, just until I'm better and off medication or whatever, or be put on something better, safer. I don't really know what the protocol is with stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to talk about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to speak to my doctor and just let her know that obviously we are planning on trying for a baby soon, and just see what she says, because obviously she knows best than me about like things like that, medication or whatever. I'm gonna say no, but then I'm gonna also say we're just gonna go with it. So like we did for Harrison, we're not technically trying, but if it happens, it happens. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's your answer. Another question, do you want any more children? If so, how soon would you like another? Kind of similar question to the ones that I've already been asked. Yes, I want more children. I want 2 or 3. No, I want 3 or 4. James only wants 2. And I would ideally like to start trying ASAP. Or depending on job situation and me being on antidepressants and stuff. So I think we're just going to have to discuss that situation and yeah, go from there really. Do you find any other YouTubers to be rude and not want to give tips to you about YouTube? Not really, because, well, I'm only like a small YouTuber, so I'm not like massive or anything like that. My channel's only small, and to be honest, I've not really spoke to many YouTubers, if I'm honest. I've got a few people that I do speak to who do YouTube only recently, just that I've just started like talking to, and they're really nice. They're really nice girls, and I wouldn't say they would be rude if I was to ask them for advice. I would feel that they would help me and tell me and be nice about it. So yeah, I would say no. I've not found any other YouTubers to be rude or whatever so far. So someone else asked, when you have another child, would you rather have a boy or a girl? I got asked this question quite a few times actually. To be honest, I don't really mind. Obviously, ideally I would love a girl, like, you know, 1 boy 1 girl, who wouldn't? But yeah, I'm not really fussed. Like, if I have another little boy, I would be over the moon. If I have a girl, I would be over the moon, because either would be amazing, and I'd just be lucky to have any, to be honest. I would just, yeah, I'm not really fussed. But obviously I would love a girl, like really love a girl, like so badly love a girl. But I wouldn't be upset if I didn't have a girl. I'd be, you know, I'd be really happy if I did another boy, because boys are lovely. But yeah, I'm not bothered. I've got 2 more questions. So next question, how did James adapt to becoming a dad? Very well, I think. If he was nervous and he was scared, he didn't really show it. But yeah, I think he adapted quite well. As soon as Harrison was here when he was born, he was just so like amazing. Like, obviously I had a C-section, so he basically took over for like the first few days so that I could, you know, get myself better and recover. So obviously the first day that I had him, I couldn't really bend, I couldn't really do much, because I was pretty much in bed for most of the day. So he was like helping me loads, and he was just really hands-on, and he just adapted so well to it. And you know, he's done a really amazing dad. Yeah, he honestly picked up the role of being a dad so well, and he's an amazing dad to Harrison. Harrison absolutely loves it when he comes home from work. Like, you should see him smile. It's just amazing. I love watching him with him, and it just melts my heart so much. And yeah, he just is an amazing dad to Harrison. Like, he's everything I expected him to be in a dad, like, and more. And he's just fab. And honestly, he's took on the role so well. So next question is, the last text message sent, give context if it's a simple okay message. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really text that many people. The only people I do text is my sister, my mum and James. And I do message like my mummy friends sometimes. So yeah, that counts as a text, doesn't it? Because it's in WhatsApp, I suppose it would. So the last text I sent, just me and my mummy friends are planning on meeting up for a meal. So we're just talking about meeting up for food. So the last thing I just said, yes, I would be up for that, sounds good. It's not the most exciting text message. But yeah, we're planning on meeting up for something to eat, and yeah, that was the last text message I sent. As I say, I don't really text anyone because I don't really have that many friends. And obviously I'm with James all the time. So yeah, they were all the questions. I've answered every single one. Thank you to everyone who asked me a question. I love it when you ask me questions. I love answering your questions. I'd love to do more Q&A videos if you want to see more Q&A videos. I don't know if you like this sort of thing. Let me know by liking this video if you did like it. And make sure that you subscribe to my channel before you leave, because it's free, and you know, if you click the little bell as well, you will get a notification every time I post a video. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!